My dear brothers and sisters, in the light of the gospel reading that we have just proclaimed, we come to realize that Jesus paid his dues, that Jesus was truly a law-abiding citizen. He respected the authorities, both religious and civil, although at times he did not always agree with them. But he always taught his disciples to obey the laws, to be a good example. And that's a powerful reminder for all of us that as we grow in our relationship with him, grant that we may also become good citizens wherever we may be. A follower of Jesus is someone who obeys the law, both civil law and religious law. A follower of Jesus is someone who does not tolerate corruption, but tries his best or her best to be honest even if others are not honest. A disciple of Jesus is always a law-abiding citizen. Let us try to focus on our celebration today. We celebrate the memorial of Saint Edith Stein, or Teresa Benedicta of the Cross, a German philosopher. Born of Jewish parents, there was a time in her life when she became an atheist. She did not believe in God at all. She encountered a great intellectual, Edmund Husserl, who is considered as the father of phenomenology. And Saint Teresa Benedicta realized that philosophy will always be a way of life. She searched for the truth, and one day she was able to read the autobiography of Saint Teresa of Avila, the foundress of the Discalced Carmelite order. Saint Teresa Benedicta, or Edith Stein, realized that she also had a special calling from God. Eventually, she was converted to Catholicism. She became a Carmelite nun. And during that time, it was never easy to live a religious life. There was a persecution, and she experienced that. Eventually, she was asked to go to Netherlands because Hitler and his subjects were persecuting the Jewish people and the Christians. Saint Teresa Benedicta of the Cross was never afraid of persecution. She was always ready to offer her life to God. She was always ready to die a martyr's death. Kung makaingon ta nga di managikan ang iyang kalig-on, taliwala sa mga kalisdanan o persekusyon. She got that strength from her relationship with God. Ang iyang lawom nga kasinatian sa gugma sa Dios, naghatag kaniya og kalig-on ug kadasig sa pag-atubang sa mga pagsulay, sa pagpasan sa krus, sa paghalad sa iyang kaugalingon alang sa uban. Usa sa mga butang nga gitulo niya nato as a great philosopher and a saint, kanang concept of kanang empathy, meaning to say, to suffer with the other, that we may not be indifferent to the sufferings of other people. Nga atong hunahunaon ang gibati sa atong isigataw, nga kita mo ambit sa iyang kasakit, sa iyang kalipay. And that's a very Christian attitude, that we always think of the welfare of other people. That's empathy. Now more than ever, we need to rediscover empathy in our Christian life, in our day-to-day life. Because we can always fall into individualism and selfishness, nga makalimutan sa uban. Kana bitong kadungog ta nga natay mga kailang nga na natakdan og COVID-19. Kana mo effort ta og text or tawag, mangumusta, that's a sign of empathy. Kanang mutabang tas mga tao karon nga nawagtangag trabaho niya, naglisod na gyud pangita og para bugas. So unsa kagamay mo paambit ta sa atong grasya, that's empathy. Kanang atong mga kailangan na matyan, nga dili sayon ang maong kasinatian, apan muduyog ta nila pinagi sa atong pag-ampo, usahay mo hilak na lang ta. That's empathy. Di pa kay dugay, nauyog ang seminary community tungod kay namatay ang among seminarista. Usa sa mga seminarista, the age of 25, tungod sa dengue. Tungod kay wala na space para niya, no? Nga gipauli na lang sa balay. Nahimong collateral damage panahon sa COVID-19 pandemic. And such was the pain sa iyang familia, nga days after his burial, namatay usab ang iyang amahan, and then the following day, ang iyang inahan. Wala may masulti, no? Wala tayo matubag. There are times when we just have to face the mystery and the reality of suffering and death, but we continue to hold on to Jesus, who gives meaning amidst meaninglessness, who gives light in the midst of darkness. We come to realize that Jesus suffers with us, that God is not indifferent to our sufferings. And so let us continue to place our faith in the Lord like Saint Teresa Benedicta of the Cross. Let us never fall into despair, knowing that Jesus has conquered death and sin, and that this particular crisis right now that we are facing will come to pass. We just have to constantly hold on to our faith. We just have to constantly empathize with those who suffer. And we just have to constantly bear the cross. Amen.